ASN seems great, right? Playing against Rolf's ramp deck here. Yeah, I agree, Trax. I think, and again, I think that the momentum deck is bad against blood decks, but I think it's fine. It's bad against Sapphire Diamond Control, but it's fine against the blood decks. Are the words that I meant to say there. Attack with this. I just play Emsee on 2, right? This guy pushes a lot of damage. Morning, Moro Sith. I need to update my... I'm pretty sure they have Return to Cinders in their main deck. So this Emsee is probably about to eat it. Alright, do I play into a Scars of War here? I feel like I'm not supposed to. I feel like I'm just supposed to pass. Like, we feel bad if they have Sabretooth as their interaction, but we feel much worse if we get Scars of War, right? Yep. Smart and thin. And again, like, so this configuration trimmed ice in order to have better thresholds for these Consult the Talons, but like, had my Shard of Innovation been a Sapphire Ice this game, I'd have hit 4 resources a turn sooner. So like, that's something to think about. So like, changes aren't 100% free. Oh, right, this guy gets scrounged, that's great. I can't believe how smoothly turns run. Is Hex priority or whatever pretty much the same as Magic? It's very similar. So the big difference that you need to know between Hex and Magic is that triggers in Hex that don't have targets you can't respond to. So this is actually a great example of this. So this card has a trigger that says whenever you play a resource, draw a card. So when my opponent plays a resource, and this also has momentum that says when you play a resource, this gets bigger. So I actually can't respond to this getting bigger or this drawing a card because neither of these triggers have a target. Wow, this thing is huge. Alright, so I get to consult next turn, assuming they don't have a... Yep. Man, these Consult the Talons are really good, Burgle. You're right. This deck has nothing to do with being inbred, and everything is just genuinely good. This is an inbred sockets deck. It might be fine for like the decks that you're expecting to play against, but like as far as like you've removed some of this deck is generically good against decks that are kind of mopey because we've added these Consult the Talons to our deck. And now we go and die to this Exalted Pathfinder. Now we go and die to this Exalted Pathfinder. This is why when you put metagame, when you like your goal is to build an article to like build metagame decks, you like you should only put decks that are proven in the metagame, not like your pet decks in them. No, I'm just like talking about like traditional TCG type stuff. Like when you link me, when you like if a new Hex player came in and was like, show me Hex decks that are proven to be good, and I linked in this article full of things that like weren't proven to be good, it's like, well, this isn't what I asked for. I asked for decks that are like, these are known entities that like have success and have results. I'm not saying that this card is necessarily bad. I'm saying that this card like doesn't have any results behind it in this. You like took an archetype that like has a bunch of proven success and then like made it clunkier But writing about Kiki Court is different than writing an article about a metagame. Like when I did metagame summaries, I didn't put Kiki Court in as tier 1. That's different. It's like what's the goal of an article? If we brick on a Sapphire, this hand's pretty bad, but I'm pretty sure this is just like a snap keep. If we hit a Sapphire, this hand's like really good, right? Alright, so second Animus is pretty good here. So Animus is one of the payoff cards for being like this synergy-based sockets deck. It says, whenever we play a socketed card, our socketed cards in all zones get +1/+1 permanently. So if they don't kill this here, we're going to be able to play another Animus or like Warpsteel plus Forgefist next turn. Alright, he's dead, Jim. Alright, so if I hit a 4th shard, we're going to wait to play our Animus. If I don't hit a 4th shard, we're going to play the Animus out. Alright, so again, I'm playing the Animus out here because there's no guarantee. When you have the resources lined up to guarantee that you can play an Animus and get a trigger right away, you want to do that. But there's no guarantee that I'm going to hit a shard next turn, so I'm just jamming this Animus in here, I think. And again, just like saying, like, do you have a Sabertooth? Do you have another Pyre Strike? Or are you going to be in trouble? And like, now they get to go Shard, plus Champ Power, play another Shard. So if they have, they don't have another Shard. Okay, so they're probably dead here. Resource. Return to Cinder, my Heartsworn Caller. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Resource would still be good. Another Animus. Alright, yep. We'll just do that. Trigger, pass the turn back. And then next turn, we can go Warpsteel. And you can see all these socketed troops in my hand got larger. All the socketed troops in my deck are larger. You know, just like putting some real pressure on my opponent here. Or we're going to in a second. They drew a tooth. That's a good draw. That's a good draw. Wait. Oh, they were hoping to hit a resource last turn. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Man, we'd have had a nuts turn here too. We'd have played all of these out and just like gotten 6 Animus triggers. I think playing the second one out was right. I don't know. Maybe I had a bad read. I read that they didn't have removal, so like at most one of my Animuses was dying, but I guess they could have also had an Arcing Rust, so maybe I should have just like gotten 2 Animus triggers last turn, and then it would have actually... No, it would have only been a 5/5, and maybe that was wrong. Maybe I missequenced that. Do I want to play another thing out here? Do I want to hold Runebind up? I don't think I'm beating Scars of War this game, so I'm just going to go ahead and play this out. I guess I'm just attacking with this here. This deck's a lot more anemic when you don't draw one of your 4 cards that gives you extra charges. And then next turn, we can Runebind one of these and then smash with everything. Just playing the campaign to use the in-face or just skip it? Honestly, oh, these have wit. Yeah, you're right. I should have Runebound one of these, this one, and then smashed last turn. I forgot we had wit. So these get bigger when I play in action. Honestly, if your goal is PvP, I would just pick up a cheap deck and start laddering. The ladder's free to play, so... Yeah, he's dead, Jim. Yep. I feel like we just can't win anymore. I guess we need a banner, right? We need to hit one of our cards that gives us charges so we can smash through. If they have a resource here, they're just going to put us in the ground. They're going to draw 3 cards and make their troops huge and probably propel into another resource here. How did the momentum deck end up doing? We didn't play the momentum deck today. Come on, something that gives me charges. Charge my laser. Charge my laser! Yeah! Charge my laser! And just like that, we go beep beep, I'm a Jeep. Get my banner. So my banner here, 7 charges, gives all of my things +1 attack and speed. I have a stop on my attack step, right? Let's go ahead and attack here. So attack like this. Runebind. Actually, they're dead through this, right? They get to block 1, 2, 3, and they take 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yep, so just do this. Boy, do I have the article for you. Hey, Yellow Hat with the host. Welcome to folks coming over from Nassif stream. We're hanging out playing some Hex Shards of Fate this morning. Is a fully digital TCG that's similar to Magic. It gets to use some digital design space to reduce variance in a lot of nice ways, though. It also has a great competitive tournament scene. They have fully digital tournaments you can play from home every single weekend that award $1,000 in cash prizes to the top 4 players, plus additional in-game prizes to the top 32 players. Yeah, I ended up swapping around what I played this morning. I thought I was going to do more momentum yesterday, but I ended up not doing it. We'll probably squeeze the momentum deck in tomorrow at the end of the Magic stream. Play a couple matches with that. Alright, on the draw for this third game. Yeah, this is a keep. So Altar of Nulzann is one of our powerful synergy cards that we haven't seen yet in this match. So 2 costs. This is once per turn when you play a socketed card, you get to draw a card. And then 1 time as a 3-cost activated, this can create a 3-cost socketed card. So basically this makes all of our socketed cards cantrip. Hopefully we just draw a Sentry on one like a professional. Very unlucky. Yeah, we haven't had any of our busted Sentry starts yet. Altar's nice though because like Rolf's deck's a ramp deck, but like it's like a pseudo control deck, right? Like it's got Scars of War and it's got a bunch of spot removal in it. So like Altar allowing us to kind of grind through a lot of their 1-for-1s and sweepers will be very, very useful this game. Bye bye. Shard. Well, that's probably the beginning of the end. How many resources are in this deck? 7. 1922? This deck feels like it wants 1 to 2 more shards. Mom has to go to work, dude. You know the drill.
I want shoes.
You're not putting shoes on. You don't go to work. You're 2. 2-year-olds don't go to work. That's not how it works.
I eat.
You eat? What do you want to eat?
Wash shoes. Wash shoes. Wash shoes. And wash shoes. And wash shoes. Wash. Just up.
Hi, Internet.
A big.
Yeah, we get it. You're adorable.
Hey. Down. Up.
Did you poop?
Down. Up. Down.
Alright, there's another shard. So I'm gonna play this and put another shard on top of my deck. So now I can play this banner out. Let's make the troops larger. You need a diaper? Yeah, it smells like you might need a diaper. Let's go. Let's go put a diaper. I'll be right back. I need to change this one. He's rotten. Needs to change. You're Brett. I love you, Brett. Yeah, you're funny. You're funny looking, maybe. Funny, haha. Funny, haha. Stop being a jerk. That only has 5 minutes. Until he times out. No, we'll go upstairs for lunch in a little bit. You know the rules. You know how this works. You're not new. Rules? You hate rules? I don't think this verdict would have been better as a consult. Why would this verdict be better as a consult? Then I can't hold Runebind up here, and my opponent just, like, plays a shard and, like, wildlifes me. This verdict would have been better as an extra resource, because this deck doesn't have enough resources in it, it feels like. I would agree with that. If this had been a resource, we'd be much better off this game. Instead of stumbling and likely dying, we'd be in a good spot. What is wrong? You're not going upstairs, sorry. Oh yeah, I really wish that had been a consult. Really wish that had been a consult. It'd be much better. We'd be much better off. Man, we're lucky they didn't hit a shard there. Alright, I think I'm gonna play this Animus out and then just pass the turn. Is that what I'm doing? I feel like I just need to hold Verdict and Runebind up here. We know they don't have any resources in their hand. That's kind of funny. Oh. Alright, yep, we're dead. Yep, we're dead. Alright. Let's give this another try with consults, but those felt pretty terrible. And it feels like there aren't enough resources in this deck, and cutting ice. It's like, if you want to skimp on resources, you can't skimp on ice. Right? Like that's like the TLDR it feels like. We needed the buzz tech, sure. Sure, that would have been great against Scars of War. Haraza. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, a double Sentry hand. Double Sentry Altar. Sign me up. Cash money. Cash money. Yeah, I agree, man. We have low resource counts. We have 2 double threshold requirements. Which is, again, why you shouldn't put untested deck lists in metagame guides. Alright. I have all my Elves of Ugin in a row. You're not Burgle, I'm just telling you, man. This is just like good, like functional example of why you shouldn't do it. And like you should like put that disclaimer in there, right? Like what is your introduce us? What do you think about my normal tries to identify? Baby Yeti. Sure. Into Arctic Rust go, right? Just slide right out of my chair. Block. I would like to block. Block. I would like to block. Block. The ultimate metagame slayer, main deck Arcing Rust. Come on, opponent. I hope your animal that knocked your drink over didn't destroy your computer while doing so. Maybe they have a diaper to change now. I change diapers on occasion. You know. But like, that's not a metagame article though, Burgle. What you presented was a metagame article. What you've posted is these are decks Burgle likes with Burgle's tweaks, which is fine. It's just different than a metagame article. A metagame article is supposed to be like, the definition of a metagame is the decks that are seeing play and are being successful while seeing play. I get what you've done. I'm just saying, like, this is, what's this titled? Competitive Standard Metagame Deck List? These aren't metagame deck lists. Just by the very definition, that's not what they are. You should change the title of the article. The title of the article is misleading, is the point I'm trying to make, if that's what you did. I agree that what you did is fine and it's useful and it's different than writing a list of metagame decks. I didn't say it doesn't have value. What I'm saying is it's different than what your title implies the following deck lists are going to be. like standard decks Burgle likes for every archetype, that would be a great you know, title for your article. Now remember, we didn't draw a card off of this Emsee because Altar is very fair and balanced, and it only lets you draw one card per turn. It's very sad. Actually, fun fact, if you have Aspect of the Squirrel in your deck, you can draw a card on their turn with Altar. That was fun when we played Ruby Wild Sockets for a little while, a couple seasons ago. Yes, that's what Ona said is exactly the case. This configuration of this deck might be fine. It might be better than the established metagame versions of this deck, but this is not a metagame deck list. This is a Burgle took the metagame deck list and did things that he thinks make it better, and they might make it better, but the definition of a metagame deck list is not that. Also, your Boglimjank deck has the wrong resources in it. It's supposed to have Ruby resources. I mean, this Consult the Talons is kind of excellent here, right? Can we just talk about how great this is right now? Ooh, a 4th Sentry. That's what we needed. I did not test. See, now I've been lied to. Everything, like, just this giant house of lies has come crumbling down around us. I played 10 matches with all of these decks. I didn't test the Boglim deck. Burgle, this is just this roller coaster of emotions that I cannot handle. So again, I didn't play these out because I want to draw cards with them over the course of the next few turns. We're not attacking through anyways, so it's like whatever. Neither of these have crush, right? So we're just gonna go trade these. Also, Morosith, yeah, the deck's a lot of fun. And if you're an okay TCG player, you will 10 out of 10 be able to climb the entirety of the Hex ladder with it. Give me an Animus. Give me an Animus. That's not what I needed. Need one more troop in here before I can scrounge this. Alright, let's play this Dorko out. I've got enough troops at this point that I'm just going to play out some more of these. I'm going to hold on to the Blamsmith for when I can scrounge him. Am I attacking with this? No, I really don't want to trade it for a Baby Yeti. So I don't really want to attack with Emsee. I guess I could just like play the other one. Maybe. I mean, he's a Doomblade on blocking while blocking too, right? Oh, and then yeah, good line. Good line. Okay, I like that. Where am I? I'm really bad at drawing the charges troops in this deck. The only way you lose this game is you're not wrong, Burgle. I'm pretty sure we could probably pick our actions at random and win this game. Altar's just gonna bury them. At some point, we're gonna draw an Animus, and then our entire, like, holding these troops for when we draw an Animus is, like, not unreasonable. Yes, I will not. My Friday morning stream will be my last stream for the weekend. I will, well, that's not technically true. It'll be my last TCG stream. So Friday morning we'll do Hex. And actually, we'll probably finish a little bit early Friday morning. And then my Friday afternoon stream will not happen, and my Sunday evening stream will not happen on Christmas Eve. But I will be streaming. So what my wife and I do every year is we put the Christmas tree up on Christmas Eve after the kids go to bed. So we streamed doing that last year, and it was kind of fun bullshitting with the internet while we did that. And then, so we're probably going to do that again this year. And then I can probably sneak on for some Christmas Day time. We'll see what the kids are up to. I don't think we have any plans past opening presents in the morning, so I might do a Christmas Day stream with some TCG stuff. But yeah, so Friday afternoon I'll be off, and then Sunday night I'll be off of no TCG stuff. Inquisitor of Lumos, yep. Yep. You can win money for being a point leader. That's neat. Have you played any of the Mono Sapphire deck from the Immortal after casting last week? I haven't, Hat, because there isn't a way to really play Immortal right now. Like, the Immortal queue is basically an unranked queue. $72-hour Christmas TCG stream confirmed, right? Oh, this is actually fine, right? Like, if they want to trade these here by activating the Cackler, I get a Blamsack, and the Blamsack's gonna kill them. Like, these things trade Z's because they both have Swift Strike. Can I get an Animus, please? All I want for Christmas is an Animus, an Animus, an Animus. Man, could you imagine if these dual shards had been ice? Ice, baby. Nice ice, baby. Alright, now the slow Blamsack grind can begin. So Blamsack says at the end of each turn it deals 3 damage to our opponent, and then when we're dealt damage we have to sacrifice this. Yeah, but I wouldn't have drawn shards. You want some crackers? Yeah. You can have a couple crackers, but we eat lunch together when Jacob gets home from school. Here you go. You want these? Crackers? I'm not familiar with that Declanese word. What does that mean? Yeah. Someday I'll be fluent in Declanese. Someday. Alright, so I'm just doing this, right? This is... You can trade your Mama Yeti for one of my things. Wow, I'm gonna have to look at that. That's kind of insane. Wait, oh, it had 6. I got to kill 2 of my things. Oh, for the love of God. Hey, oh, Animus, my Animus. I'm not playing this turn, so I want to draw a card with it. Hopefully we draw a socketed card next turn and a socketed card off playing the Animus, and we just pump our squad. That's big news. The standard is rancid. Magic standard format sucks. Sucked for a long time. You'll have to dig through that after I'm done streaming today. Can't be blocked by troops with power less than 6. All right, well, let's Runebind you. Oh, I took damage and lost my Blamsack. Oh, no. Oh, no. Come on, socketed card. All right, that's hopefully a lot of socketed cards. Come on, Daddy needs some sockets. All right, Animus, trigger. Heartsworn Caller, trigger. This is my squad is amazing. Are they dead? I feel like they're dead. I haven't counted, but I feel my gut says they're dead. All right, if they're not dead, this is gonna be really embarrassing. So the PlayStation has all the PvP stuff. They don't have PvE cards. There's just less new PC players than there are. There's a lot of new PS4 players. All right, so Return to Cinder seems pretty good. The console was okay there, but it was like only okay because like our draw was bad, right? Actually, is Return to Cinder just a clean swap for Runebind? I'm gonna trim one of these. See, the altar is probably better than the consult, right? Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, let's do that. I don't want to draw too many card advantage things. It's okay. Warpsteel's probably pretty good in this matchup. This is my 1-2. This was like one of our best possible draws outside of Sentry. What praise on this deck? Have you met my friend Stalking Quarry? He's a good guy. Just get him. Just get him right, punch him right in the socketed dick. Yeah, just bam, 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 right in the socketed dick. Get him. All right, block. They're gonna activate this and trade, but that's fine. I want to get some troops into my bin for my Blamsmith to scrounge out. I think I'm just gonna play an Emsee here. I guess I could play Blamsmith. I don't think it's Warpsteel. I guess Warpsteel could make a Gladiator dork. Gladiator. Tilt. Need more crackers? Yeah, trading Emsee might be right. Although, like, double blocking with these means I can scrounge this next turn, which is kind of appealing too. Like, I'm probably going to get to trade the Emsee with something at some point. I think if I didn't have the Blamsmith, snapping the Emsee is easy, but I think the fact that I get to, like, make this trade and then, like, play a 5/5 next turn seems great. Put a non-resource on top of my deck. Put my giant 5/5 into play. So at its base, this is a 2/2 with Swift Strike because that's the customization we have in it. But if we get to scrounge 3, so if we have 3 troops in our bin, it gets +3/+3 permanently, and then makes that Blamsack we saw last game when it dies. This actually holds off a Mama Yeti too here nicely. No, they could have Sabertooth in their deck, right? They don't have Sabertooth. This guy's a giant brick wall. It's real good against that dork, yep. Yes, correct. Yeah, the number of hands you don't have to mulligan in Hex compared to, let's say, other card games are just kind of insane, because like between the opening hand algorithm differences and ice being insane, it's just like, it's so great. Whatever you need it to be at that given point, JW. Might makes right. Oh, I remember this card. I was like, this card might be good. Huh. Okay. That's a sweet card. I think we're just on the smash them route, right? I'm just gonna like play this, make a banner, attack them with this. Actually, am I just supposed to kill them here? Yeah, just like beep beep, I'm a Jeep. Hopefully they don't kill us by mistake next turn. Oh, banner and he loses might. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Beep beep. This is my car. Driving in my car. Beep beep. Beep 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 beep. Beep boop. This deck's a lot better when you draw the cards that make charges. It's weird. Ready to hop in our socket-powered Jeep next turn and crush some people. I think the buckle up emote is like a beep beep, right? Animated cards are so much better than foil cards. Oh no, disconnect. My opponent had a connect issue earlier, so they're probably having a connect issue. This is I don't think this is Salt. I think this is gonna be our last match of the day. Jake gets home from school in about 15 minutes. That's not enough to squeeze another one in usually. Thank you everyone for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. Remember, if you're one of my viewers that also enjoys card games from the 90s, we're going to be playing some Magic the Gathering online about 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, so about 2.5 hours or so from now. Probably about 2 hours. Usually I start a little bit early. When Declan goes down for his nap, I fire the stream back up. I think we're going to kick off with some Bant Control in Modern. My goal is to do 2 donation deck lists, and I think I want to play some more Land Nauseam today as well. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. This game's gonna be pretty elementary from here. I'm just gonna like play Dorkos and slam them next turn. So I will catch all of y'all around later, and everyone have a good holiday if you don't stop by again before then.